quality of life, and that is what this organization is doing, making sure you have something to eat, something to wear, the necessities of life. Please give a few more dollars to our voucher charity in the form of shout outs. We will read things, even if it's as simple as the one that says Clam Jam. It doesn't have to be pretty. That is Clam Jam. That is a potential name for Pat Gallagher. I'm gonna put this in our name pile. It could be Clam Jam, or it could be Oliver Fist. You could go by Mr. Fist if you prefer, but seriously, those are our two choices so far. If you got something better, and we all hope you do, please put $1 in the shout out box. Let us know what it is. Someone who's gonna provide a little entertainment in the meantime. Oh my God, this is fantastic. River Pantry looking good so far. Every bit as good as our lead jammer, Chops Tuesday, number 311, who looks, incidentally, every bit as good as Twisted Halo, number 13. She just happens to be a little bit further behind the track. 4 points picked up for the Vaudeville Vixens. I knew she had a strategy, and I knew she wasn't going to tell me. That's a little dance we've had going for like 8 years. Squeaky fromage, for you, no one needs to say dancing. We get back to our action. The Vaudeville Vixens are at 75 points. Unholy Rollers at 134. Trying to see what they can do right now. Nice bit of work from Micro Mauler. Continuing to hold back number 14, Darling Nikki. Not quite enough to allow Branch Devereaux to get out in front first. Therefore, Darling Nikki is your lead jammer. I think that is a smart call. Realized, you know what, it's just a foot race. Nothing to gain, everything to lose. No point, gotta tap the hips right there. I feel like this is a tremendous night. I want to welcome back some MRD alumni. I did see Joan of Anarchy is here. Hellcat, Mr. Big, had a surprise appearance moments ago. If you can believe it, Zsa Zsa Lagore was here. I know. Few of you remember, none of you will forget. Zsa Zsa Lagore is here, and she looks fantastic as always. Number 22, Tango de Muerte, trying to make a move to the outside. No quarter being given. Lots of heavy hitting players in front of her holding court. That is going to allow Gertrude Awakening on the inside to become the lead jammer. Though not to be outdone, Tango de Muerte says, okay, I've had enough of this. I got somewhere to be, and it's ahead of you. Gertrude Awakening trying to make a move to the inside. She is able to successfully do so. Continues to sally forth, picking up 4 points on that pass. Particularly appropriate right now as Tango de Muerte being sent to the penalty box for a low block. Remember, it is just 30 seconds in the penalty box. That's enough time to get one good pass through if you can get through the blockers, and that's what we're trying to see happen right here. Not a lot happening. Molly Tubb making contact, not going to make it easy for her, but Gertrude Awakening is indeed able to get around, and she does pick up the full boat of 5 points on that pass. Tango de Muerte is out. She is making contact in the back of the pack. But again, I don't want to know what is in there. We got a shout out that keeps it simple. It says, I crush your head. Crush, crush. Everybody wants to crush my head. Want to remind you, we have got some great sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor of the Mad Rollin' Dolls, you can contact for more information. Just go to our website, madrollindolls.com. There are still naming rights to the penalty box. Remember, they go there often enough. We're going to be saying your name an awful lot. Put your name on the penalty box, because maybe you'll be able to have contact with our jammers and blockers we have out there right now. It looks like we have number BIT. That's a 1, technically. That is Fang Dangle as the jammer for the Unholy Rollers. Daisy Juke able to get through that front plane. She is out. Now it is a speed game. Fandangle can play it a little smart, make sure she's going to enter legally, but she's got a limited amount of time. It's some nice speed from Daisy Duke, number 1 for the Vaudeville Vixens. And that is exactly how we expected it to come down. Get as many points as you can before the opponent jammer comes in to score. That is going to be 2 points. Another shout out that helps provide $1 for needy families. Happy Mother's Day, Mustang and the rest of the moms on the Vaudeville Vixens. Another shout out to the best cat whisperer in town, Addie Brawl XR from your koala bear. Speaking of a mom right there, that is Mustang, number 66 in the brown. She has got the jammer star on. She has got now finally through the front pack. Magic Missile already through to become anointed the lead jammer for this particular one. 87 points for the Vaudeville Vixens. Unholy Rollers. 139, 25 minutes left to go. It's a classic because it works. They hit it and quit it, but not always 100% effective. Magic Missile gets 1 point. Her opponent blocker, Mustang, also picks up 1 point. They line them back up on the 105.5 Triple M jammer line. We've seen these two skaters a lot. I have no doubt with how well they performed, we're going to continue to see them throughout our second half with 20 minutes left to play. Berserk Lee in the brown tries to take the inside lane, see if she's going to get much. But Splatter Alice, number 987 in the gold for the Unholy Rollers, is the first one to get through, and she becomes your lead jammer because she did it legally. Just as quickly as she can get through and call it off for 4 points, I can remind you that our after party tonight is going to be full of Gomoroki at the High Noon Saloon. Come and sing with the dolls at the 701 East Washington Avenue. It's a great venue. I believe they also celebrating 10 years. Be cool, that's right. I know you know, because you were in the know. Yeah, I think last week they did. They had their 10th anniversary show, much like we're celebrating. So a decade and a decade of mutual partnership in music and roller derby here. We're going to celebrate with them tonight. I can't think of a more fitting place. Magic Missile D4, she is going to be rolling along the inside. Hits a +1. Missile looking away which way she's gonna move along the outside. Nice bit of an offensive obstruction. I know it doesn't sound as nice as it is, but it was very effective. CC Ripjaw holding court right exactly where she needed to be. Allowed an opportunity for Magic Missile to get through the opening created, and indeed she did. Nefarious goes to the inside, making sure she enters legally. She's been playing long enough to know how this game goes. 149 to 88, 22 and a half to play. Five points. Elkie Hollick is saying, glad I rolled up here for this because that is that extra thumb point right there. Once again, that means that she has lapped the jammer. Nefarious, again, that was because she was knocked to the inside, but she is up and very, very close behind her. Even if she passes her now, she cannot undo the point that was gained. Very smart for that jammer. She re-enters legally. Lots of time to play smart. She's decided if she can take it. Decides indeed the genteel tap off to the inside. We would like to thank sponsor Super Duper. And indeed they do live up to the name. They offer digital offset letterpress and hand silkscreen printing and specialize in CD and DVD packaging and manufacturing. We've got another name option for Pat Gallagher. Clown Boy says Pat Gallagher as an option. Lord have mercy. Another shout out from Mr. Big, who is in the house. It costs $1 for you to make a mention, and I will make a clown of myself for $1 as long as it goes to our charity partner tonight. That again is the River Food Pantry. As we see our pack going around, Fandangle trying to make a move. She's got a little bit of leeway. It is closed very quickly, but some brilliant assistance from Twisted Halo, who also gets the opening and the jammer takeout on Susie home record, number 350 with the little 0 up above. It's a mathematics symbol. 157 for the Unholies, 92 points for the Vaudeville Vixens. Little bit of time left to see what is going to happen. Bridging out, remember that is legal. You've got to stay within 20 feet of the pack. You can stretch it. It's like connective tissue, but at some point you got to let it go. Fang Dangle gets around to pick up 5 points. Another 5 points right now for Fang Dangle as she comes around. Darling Nikki, she is on her pass looking to see which way she can go. We'll see if she is able to get a point or not. I thought so too. 1 point, remember it's hips, passing hips on the plane of the track. So you gotta get your hips in front of the other ones as she did crossing the second half of the apex right there. I'm gonna be talking right now to some brilliant players, brilliant women, people that I absolutely love and adore. I'm going to talk to this one first. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen, the woman who founded the Mad Rollin Dolls 10 years ago, Crackerjack. That's you! And of course, as appropriate, you've got a sip of beer in your mouth right now. And this is one of the reasons, again, that I continue to love you. It is so good to see you.
It's good to be seen, fam. I've missed you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's the East Coast?
Not as exciting as this.
Hashtag real talk.
Hashtag, you heard it here first? I don't know, is that a thing?
Something.
It is now, you heard it here first. And of course, Payne Mansfield, she can say, she doesn't want to talk, but I'm going to hug on her anyway because I get to. 171 points for the Unholy Rollers, 93 points for the Vaudeville Vixens right now. We're going to see if any more damage can be done to this score on account of Tango de Muerte, who just was able to pick up 5 points, as indicated by that thumb. She gets to the inside, she does it legally, and it's another 5 points. How about that, Crackerjack? Who'd have thought? All these years later.
I know, and here we are in the big round room. I love it.
A little different than those days of dimly lit lockers lining the halls.
Yeah, and that awesome trap rope, or the roping, the lights on the track. That stuff is beautiful.
Yeah, we do miss the ambiance of the carpet-covered benches in the middle of the track. Who will forget that smell? 8 minutes left to play. With a 1 in front of it, that means 18, technically, in our period. 18 more minutes for these two teams for the season, ladies and gentlemen. 190 points for the Unholies, 93 for the Vaudeville Vixens. As we see points going up, 4 points. 4 points negates the gain from both of these. But as they continue to add points, that is always what matters. The pack is there, as being illustrated by Zadork. When the hands are up, there is no pack. When the hands come down, within the brackets of those arms is where the pack is, and that is where legal contact can take place, extending out 20 feet in front of and behind. In pizza we trust, and that of course means that is going to be at the Glass Nickel Pizza East in particular. I know they have a few more locations, but the original is always the best in my heart. Glass Nickel Pizza East. We have indeed the world's longest shout out to BB Rhino. You have a nose for fun. I've loved the 10 years we've wheeled around together at Derby. Tall beers, taller women, and who forget the early days of glorious tits and snack. Keep on rolling. Love, your Hitachi Wanda. As we come back around, out in front, the gold-clad warrior known as Blanche Devereaux is the jammer. Want to thank Skunk Face Boy for making sure I'm on target here. Somebody's got to do it. Berserkly legally re-entering, making sure she can get some points if she can. Nice bit of contact from Bada Boom Box. Living up to the name, knocks the jammer down, holds her back for just a little bit. Jammer gets back up, calls it off. Interesting to see as we re-examine our ringster stats right now. We have Tango de Muerte, 34 points for the Unholy Rollers in this game so far. But that means she's actually the third largest scorer. Magic Missile is ahead of her at 62, though Fang Dangled so far has 70 points in this game. Indeed. Whatever that noise was, I'm going to agree with it. Remember, Magic Missile, she's trailing by 8. She's going to see if she can take the lead right now in this jam as she is up against Montana Slamma, number 406 for the Vaudeville Vixens, who herself, she's been out there a couple of times, 8 times to be precise, but no points yet. See if she can undo that 0 in the points box. Pack is there. Looks like that might have been a hit to the head. Not quite sure what the call was, but either way, Nefarious goes to the penalty box. And indeed, Montana Slamma picks up 2, 3. I see that middle finger, Eddie. I know what it was pointing at me. That is 3 points right there. Leading point scorers on that side, the Vaudeville Vixens, 48 points for Chop Susie. Behind her, trailing by about half, that is going to be Gertrude Awakening at 21. Otherwise, they just start to trickle in. Only a few at double digits. 10 points for Tipsy Velvet. 10 points for Berserk Lee. One of the great and early fans, Jimmy. Jimmy's here. I'm going to get my hug on this too. How are you doing over here?
I'm awesome.
You having a good time? Good time with roller derby?
Always.
Always. Nice and simple. Always. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Always a good time with roller derby. Yes. As you can see, have it come right back to it. That's going to be Darling Nikki, number 14. She is your lead jammer for the Vaudeville Vixens, the one and only, looking to get some assistance from Susie Homewrecker, who is in front of her, leaning to that inside lane, not quite able to open it up, but enough to slow it down. She can move to the outside, hold it up, picks up points, tries to reevaluate, picks up 4 points. Unholy's going to hold at 200. Committed to your health, yours and the planet's. That is Eon Massage and Body Works, EON. Completely at the other end of the spectrum would be Club Inferno, 1718 Commercial Avenue, Madison's hottest club. That is Club Inferno. A different kind of health, if you will. I know Be Cool knows what's what. Chop Susie, 311, goes to the inside. Almost gets the cut, but does not quite do it because she understands she's got to stay legally in bounds. Magic Missile in front. Promises, promises from the peanut gallery behind me. We'll see. I'll make that happen. Much like Magic Missile was able to make 4 points happen for her team. 2 points, not to be outdone, go up for Chop Susie right there. That is going to take them up to 114 points, 204. Very quickly, another name, possibly Patty Shagan. I don't know about that. But another $1 win to go raise in to tune in to EJ's Cafe on Max Inc. Radio Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Name suggestion here, and it's a name that may stick, Duct Tape Smackdown. We also have Pitter Patter Pat. That's too much alliteration. Oh, unfortunately, a little bit of a tangling up of the skates. Thankfully, no one was injured. More thankfully, no penalties were assessed. Splatter Alice is able to get back up on her feet, though she is at the back of the pack. It's going to make her an easy target for now that Dolly Pardon Me is back in, looking to see if she can give some assistance to, I believe that is Daisy Juke, number 1 for the Vaudeville Vixens. Splatter Alice through as your lead jammer. We've got number 10 back in a magnitude 10, being able to get back into the pack, seeing if she can afford a little bit of opportunity for blocking at the back of the pack as Daisy Juke gets knocked to the inside. Splatter Alice has picked up 5 points on that last pass, seeing if she can get any more. She's got time in which to do it, and she does so quite beautifully on the outside. Almost curving a perfect circle to do so. There's a joke in there, figure it out. I know Skunk Face Boy got it. Oh, look at that. That's what we love to call a star pass. And she does it with aplomb with a star askant. That is Dolly Pardon Me finishing out with the jam star. Though no points gained, Splatter Alice picks up a few more for the Unholy Rollers. I got another name option here. Pat Galloper. I got a shout out to someone's favorite ref, Bjorn to Kill. You got some fans in the audience. They're very silent now, but they did pay $1, and it was for a good cause. Here's a great one, hearkening back to our earlier years. Does anyone here remember when the penalty box was decorated and had a door? I do, because I built it. And that's right, they would always trip over it with those skates. We had a big light we would turn on, fake barbed wire. It was pretty awesome. It was awful. So we've got our jammer coming around. Lead jammer happens to be Gertrude Awakening in the brown and the pink. Oh, she's got a little bit of a mauvey purple happening. I'm going to still call it pink. We got some points already being awarded. 4 points right now for Tango Muerte. 4 points going up for Gertrude Awakening. I think smart. She realized she had lead advantage. She wanted to negate that gain. 4 points, cancel it out. No real advantage. I've got a personalized note here. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. Love, Azik. Azik wants Mommy to have a very happy Mother's Day, as we want all of you as well. Have a shout out here to the Res Dolls. White and black back to back. And it just gets louder and bigger. The printing white and black back to back. They're going to see if they can do it. I want to thank Madison's best selection of new and used vinyl housed at Mad City Music, a proud sponsor and a good friend of the Mad Rollin Dolls for many years. Dave Zero and his crew at Mad City. Spinning the platters much like our light is spinning around right now. Mike Muller trying to hold back the jammer at the front of the pack. Number 14, Darling Nikki tries to get through, and she does so legally to become the lead jammer. Waiting to see if she's going to have a jammer very closely behind her. And it turns out she does. That is Fang Dangled, who is at 70 points. Darling Nikki certainly in no way can be called new to the sport, knows exactly how to get up and in the call, though. She gets 2 points. I want to thank you all so very much for helping us out with the shout-out box. It's almost, I feel like I've got to catch up. All this great money going to the River Food Pantry. A suggestion for Pat Gallagher is Harry Slaughter. He may like that one, but he doesn't get to choose. Bad Patitude, Patilla the Hun. That's not bad. The Mad Patter. That's usually what I call be cool over here. Got a shout out to Magic Missile, Attack the Darkness. Someone had to say it. Bob Loblaw's Blah Blog. As we come around, it is going to be High Five. She's going to be your lead jammer. We haven't seen her with the Jammer Star on yet. It's going to be her first opportunity to come around. Unfortunately, no points on that pass, however. Though again, I just love to say the name Shantastic McAwesome. It's pretty good. It's no Stabby McDude, bro, but what is? That's what I'm saying. So we still got it. Just a thing we're to point out, we're on our 40th jam. They've gone around this track 40 times so far. Still have 7 minutes left to go. Vixens trying to catch up. Not an insurmountable lead, but it is quite an impressive one. 102 points ahead are the Unholy Rollers. Gonna be jamming around, seeing if they can continue to build, and they are trying, but not to be outdone. Making it work 24/7, a nice connecting hit. Dive Hard lives up to the name. Trying to see Blanche Devereaux, she's gonna be able to come around. Dive Hard tries to get another piece of her. Not quite, has to submerge, bring herself back up. Back's breaking apart just a little bit, and that's because Susie Homewrecker gets knocked to the outside. Twisted Halo realizes the more she backs up, the more Twisted Halo. Susie Homewrecker has to back up to match her. 5 points gained by the Vaudeville Vixens. Another shout out going to Drinky Bird. Now you've been officially shouted out to, and you can thank Rob for that one. I got a shout out to me that it's good to see me. It's good to see you too, Madison. Want to thank Allie for helping me out that first little bit of a half, and she's got a shout out. Now that I know it is an option, I also would love a rhubarb muffin from one hungry photographer. You and me both, Pally. We've got the action back right now. Gertrude Awakening, number 01, up against D4 Magic Missile. Sinister Urge continuing to bring me things to read. He thinks my job isn't hard enough already today. And if I can take abuse from anyone, it's going to be from this fine gentleman right here. Don't let him fool you. He's a sweetheart on the inside, psychopath on the outside. We'd like to thank the Baldwin Street Grill, Friday fish fry and brunch on the weekends. Thursday, karaoke night is usually full of derby girls. Either way, it's going to be a fun time, especially when some ladies are going to sing. And you can hear them sing tonight at the High Noon Saloon, where our after party is going to be after our second game. Be Cool Entertainment, the DJs, spinning the awesome music tonight. Assisting is Josh. We got this guy up here. I don't even know how he can see over his hat. He's just that damn cool. Be Cool Entertainment is your entertainment headquarters. Check them out. BeCoolEntertainment.com. That is BKUHL Entertainment.com. Number 14, Darling Nikki, coming around to that wall of gold at the back. It bumps off of two, resets, tries to cut to the inside, looking a little thin out there, but it's going to fill right back up. Benches are almost clear. They have got one more in the penalty box for the Vaudeville Vixens. Got a shout out. My mommy, Kristen, is the best mommy ever. And that is from Robin. Robin's mom is going to be very proud to know that she is indeed the best mommy ever. Shout out. Hoppy, Blanche, you guys are the best. Love, Hayden. And happy birthday today to Alyssa Kitsunami of the Wrecking Dolls. I know she's here somewhere. That is Dive Hard. She is going to go to the penalty box. Ironically, she goes because there was a delay of game penalty added because she failed to report to the penalty box in the first place. So that is why we have another Brown team member in the box. Thank you, Stabby. Got a shout out. Let's hear it for the MRD mascots. Your applause proves what it says right here. Mascots are cool. Got another possible derby name, Peanut Butter and Pat. That's a winning combination in anybody's book, I'm sure. Unholy Rollers 228, the Vaudeville Vixens at 132. We have got 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go, and it is a jammer race. Three points up there for the Vaudeville Vixens, though. Another three-point gain for the team in gold and red. And we have a timeout being called by the Vaudeville Vixens, which is going to be a great opportunity for me to talk to you about Anala Salon and Spa, Derby-owned shop. And you might get your hair cut by the Unholy's own Blanche Devereaux. It's a possibility. I've had it done. She's fantastic. She is, I'm not going to lie. That's right, Super Freak was played for her. Another core group that we want to thank right now, that is Hinckley Design and Production. They've got the biggest blurb here, and they deserve it. So bear with me as I can say always at turn 1 and turn 4. Hinckley Productions, proudly filming Mad Rollin' Dolls since 2008. They film all our bouts, edit our commercials, and provide live video streaming for major tournaments. It's true. Hopefully you'll see them at some tournaments this year. Please consider Hinckley Productions for your next video project. HinkleyProductions.com. If the announcers want to read this twice, it's okay. I'm okay with that, it says. So I'm going to read it again and again and again, because once again, Hinckley, you've earned it for all that you've done for us in Mad Rollin' Dolls history. As we get back to the action, one quick shout out. Happy birthday, Katie Parsons, mother of Reese, a future roller derby star. Keep those shout-out dollars coming. It's all going to go to the River Food Bank. 2 minutes, 44 seconds left to play. 196 points, excuse me, bit of a difference right now. Oh, looks like a bit of a cut right there on Tipsy Velvet as she goes to the penalty box. Gonna make it a little bit easier, but not much for Blanche Devereaux, who in the meantime has picked up 5 on her first pass this jam. Pack trying to hold it open, dive hard, does exactly that. Decides to surface instead as she bounces off of Blanche Devereaux, who is able to pick up yet another 5 points. Sight! Comes in for the hit, decides to call it off. Remember, points can continue to accrue until that 4th whistle, so you can start that call off, continue hips past hips. Legal points can be earned until that 4th whistle of the initial blast. Ignite Glass and Gifts. They're at 6717 Odana Road. Hand-blown glass items available for your perusal. High-quality hand-blown glass at Ignite Glass and Gifts. Just Coffee. I used to live from Just Coffee, and that smell in the summertime was glorious. Bike-delivered fair trade organic coffee, roasted in Madison. Simple and direct. Pure coffee at its finest. Just Coffee. The name says it all. Yes, Be Cool. They do not deliver coffee in a mug. I know, Be Cool, you want coffee. Beans. But roasted coffee beans delivered to you. Come down in the summertime, middle of the day, you'll smell it all on that block. It is fantastic. That'll wake you up alone right there for Just Coffee. Somebody waking right up now is the defense for the Vaudeville Vixens as they continue, as they have this entire game, to get in front of that jammer, slow them down. Tipsy Velvet is able to come back in. She gets through, but that is her initial pass. CC Ripjaw being sent to the penalty box right now. Not a whole lot of time left. Not a big surprise. Thank you so much for your consideration, Skunk Face Boy. We are going to miss you. You know, I already do miss you, so I have an advantage. I've already gone through the heartbreak and the breakup of not being together. These other people, they don't know. They don't know what it's going to be like when you're gone. But I do. All right, if you can imagine this, there are only 39 seconds left in this game. 39 seconds left for the 10th season for you to cheer on the Vaudeville Vixens. 39 seconds left for you to start to cheer on the Unholy Rollers. If you've got anything left for these two teams, as soon as we hear those whistles, I think you need to bring it up, I think you need to bring it out, and I think you need to leave it on the track, just like these two teams have done for you all night. We see a little bit of bobble right there. And since it is going to be our last jam of the game for these two teams, are going to have our last shout out for this one. A special shout out to Rita Slayworth. You've been slaying us tonight with your elbows and knees. Thank you, your friends at the co-op. Rita Slayworth going to continue right now for a few more seconds, proving her co-op family proud, much like she's done for her family with the Mad Rollin Dolls. A few more seconds to make some noise for Rita Slayworth and the Unholy Rollers. A few more seconds to make some noise for the Vaudeville Vixens. Remember, we are counting it down. We're going to have jam clock left. The period is done. It is all up to the jammers right now. Five more points. They are going down swinging as we should have expected. And I know I certainly did. The Vaudeville Vixens got a little bit more time, 145 to 140. Got about a minute left to go. See if she can push through one more to get a few more points, as she is the only jammer out there right now. Rita Slayworth not going to go down without a fight. Oh, that is how you say goodbye to your fans. If anybody was going to do it, it was going to be Rita Slayworth right there. She sits triumphantly in the penalty box. And apropos with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the unofficial conclusion of our game. 3 more points going up. Rita on our Jumbotron, Rita Slayworth in her final jam for the Mad Rollin Dolls. Give her a round of applause, everybody. And that whistle right there says we have reached our official conclusion. And that means, with the Vaudeville Vixens at 148, the Unholy Rollers are victorious with 245 points. All right, this is a good opportunity for you to get yourself some high quality merchandise. I've had this shirt for many years. It has held up.